From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys come in on a 2-game skid, hoping to turn things around. On the other side, Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 25 carries, 94 yards. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
A gain of 11 on the play.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And a Baltimore first down. A gain of 7. And the Ravens first down.
Jackson, option right. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff running left, Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
19 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Ravens offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25.
Osai on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. Pushes him over. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jackson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Wallace. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw again is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
13 on the play.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Burrow looking to pass. And this will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
37. That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That was Travis Jones working his way through and sticking him behind the line. The Bengals had 4-9 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or two short. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with 4th down and 1.
A 43-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down. 24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8
now
yards
Jackson.
to go.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. First target, first catch, and a first down. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. So from the 37, here's a second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4. At the 37.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
7, Bengals 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked second in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout. After the pick six, here's Burrow again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Burrow on play action. Now a short one to Gesicki. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Burrow. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
now Burrow. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 yards. That's another Bengals first down. first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. The Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. Third and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for fourth down.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Here's Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now third and goal.
Third and goal. Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's second and 10.
Brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45.
It's a gain of 10. And a Raven.
Jackson will throw again. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Second and 10.
Incomplete. Jordan battled there defensively.
Throwing is Jackson. He finds Hopkins complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Draw play. This is Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he'll go down at the 28. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. A slant route caught by Bateman.
Jackson's pass.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and
Inside handoff. Henry. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Henry. It's a gain of 2. And the Baltimore first down.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So a little late drama in the first half, as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a tight one so far. 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott.
Our journey through.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Burrow looking to pass. This one complete to Yoshivas. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit...
And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. John Jenkins
A 7-yard loss.
breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Burrow will throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Jackson's pass complete to number 7, Rashad Bateman. A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
They run over center with Mitchell. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
On his loop for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score.
Just a 4-play drive that time.
Bengals
And it's
9.
capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And they go play action now. Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown, 72 yards. And the Bengals have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
14 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Henry up the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Baltimore first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Off the option, here's Henry. And they'll get him down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Henry. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Jackson going to keep it. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Henry is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now it's Jackson. He'll try to pick it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Open man is Higgins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. He'll try and do this himself. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bengals 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Jamar Chase. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Bengals first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
22.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They begin with Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. What a big 4th quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead. Now Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Brown hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, That's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Baltimore first down. A gain of 14.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
Jackson, options out left. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And less than a yard.
Jackson will keep it. And he will have a Ravens first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 35-yard
Off the option, here's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Baltimore first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10.
A first down carry for Henry. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Now a short one to Gesicki.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. Throwing. Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Burrow.
38-yard line.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. To throw, Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Throwing, Jackson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on 1st down. Here's Jackson.
At the 43-yard line.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
3rd and 13.
Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Bengals, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.